Welcome to another Sengoku Jidai battle. In this match against Fibin, we have two Chinese-style armies before 1560, so before the widespread adaptation of matchlocks, although they are still available. I believe Fibin hosted the match, so he'll be deployed down here. I'll be deployed up here. So I can either deploy far back here in the rice paddies, or deploy forward and attempt to meet him on the summit of this hill, which is, of course, what we'll do. There's some forest, there's some broken ground. I'm inclined to go mostly infantry. Bow with light guns, yes please, and matchlock men with light spear as well. I hesitate to grab the matchlock man with no light spear capability, just in case they get charged by cavalry. I might do it anyway, with that extra firepower. Okay. Bow and light spear. We'll even grab some crossbow with light guns. A mob of raw infantry. Okay. Then what? I don't think it's very good artillery country. We have already got 2 light guns. I'm going to say that's enough for me. I do want cavalry. I don't really want the handgun cavalry because the range is 1, which is... I'm just not into that. Our cavalry is all pretty poor. Northern rebels, we can get superior cavalry, but only this massive 400-man unit, which is 96 points for 1 unit. Not worth it. Oof. Nothing but overcosted cavalry. Grab 2 units just because we do need horse anyway, but I'm not happy about it. Otherwise, I think I'll resume the infantry swarm. I might even grab some melee infantry, which I don't normally do. What are these? Peasant mob? That's going too far even for me. I do like my trash, but there are limits. Okay, it's a giant brittle swarm of trash, so we'll need to hope not to get chain routed by cavalry charges or something horrible like that. Alright, deployment. Well, his deployment first. Here we go. So, our plan remains rushing for this ridge line. Cavalry will all go on our right wing. Some artillery support. Handgun. How awful. Some raw infantry and support roles. Alright, and some crossbowmen on the flanks. We'll have melee infantry spaced out in support behind the lines. What do we got? Ooh. Okay. Similar thinking. He's going to occupy this. He's going to let me push up here, and then we're going to have a Staring match for starters. Well, that's okay. So soon we'll start shifting over, but I'll just try to get forward first. Alright, he's got a similar melee reserve in the rear, and lots of archers. Okay, very good. Next turn. Alright, we'll want these guns eventually here-ish, along with our archers for their long range. So I'll shove these hand cannons in the forest because they're not really good for anything. Then what? Do we want to line the ridge and shoot across, or do I want to cross over immediately and have some influence here? That would be the risky play, and I think we're going to do that. If we can force contact in the open, that would be good for the cavalry. Nothing else we can threaten to do so. Next turn. Okay, let's keep up that move to the flank. Just out of bow shot. And once again, just out of bow shot. I will push these handgunners into the forest out of a lack of anything better to do with them. They're the same as matchlocks with a range of 1 tile. Gross. Next turn. Right, we'll probably start taking some arrow fire now. The question is, how many will our units disrupt? Not too bad so far. Right. Okay, let's see. How are we to do this? So pitiful. Crossbow versus foot minus 49%. There we go. Bit of a traffic jam here, but that's all right. Let's go for it. It's not extremely successful. Better. And they hold firm. This cavalry unit's going to be a problem. It's superior. It's going to break whatever it runs into, but I think we just need to accept that and get on with it. Next turn. Okay. Well, we're going to have to do something about that. Well, they're not going to drop more than one cohesion level from shooting in one turn, so a bit of a waste of ammo once they had already disrupted. That could lead to the bad thing, so depending on what the cohesion checks do there. Looks like we held firm. Good. Alright, which way do they go? Worked out pretty well for him, I don't get a flank. Alright. Good. Fragged. Raw, crossbow, light spear. Let's match them with our handguns. I was hoping they would absorb some fire. Disruption, get in there. With our armored infantry. Very nice. Come on. Nope, they're just gonna hold firm. Maybe. Be that way. Do need to watch out for this cavalry wing, although it hasn't come out yet. Okay. Then what? Good disruption. In that case, push with our heavies and get into harassment range of this cavalry. So this is superior armored cavalry. It's pretty scary against all the squishable medium foot, although on the bright side, they are only armed with handguns. Their shooting range is 1 tile. Aha. It's unfortunate. We're going to have to tank a volley then. Hold firm. Then we can move here, charge the frag unit, and see what that does for us. Okay. Then... No dice. Keep swinging around these crossbowmen. And that's everyone. How are we doing? Pretty well overall, but there's still plenty of scope for danger. Next turn. Good. And good. Any checks there? No. Straight into more melee, that's good. Ooh, we'll have to cover that. Hello. All right. That's too good to pass up. Disrupted their superior cavalry. That's excellent. Let's see if we can put more fire down on them and go for a frag. Not too likely, I suppose. Let's take down their artillery, them with our flank threat there. They're raw, so I was hoping they would disrupt. Well, let's get this unit out as a sacrificial lamb that can try to make it to the rough. And then charge out their glaives. Alright, back into the forest, fair enough. Nope, they remain disrupted. Okay. They remain firm. Go in, their melee infantry. Okay. So hopefully we can wreck this before these two units get involved. Next turn. We held firm, it was ugly. Ooh, hello. Good progress. Surprised I held firm from that. Excellent. I think we might be able to secure a win this turn, actually. Fire. And fire. It's unfortunate that I'm out of command range here, otherwise I would lock in at least one of these cavalry units. It's not going to happen, though. So I might need to turn my archers around to shoot at them. Good. What would moving here do for me? Not very much. Charge. Good. And Let's go for a disrupt. It's unlikely, but worth a shot. Okay. You cannot do anything. Okay, fair enough. Let's get that flank charge in. Would like a frag, thank you. No. Ooh. Guess we're gonna have to just tank a charge. They won't shoot. This is bad. They might break this fragged unit. We'll see. Not worth it. Let's see what that does for us. Nothing. I think we'll win this turn, but if we don't, there's going to be some ugly impacts into our troops from these cavalry units, especially the General of Superior unit. Alright, Finn says nice, and he'll launch another, so I'll probably accept that challenge, assuming it hasn't already been picked up. Lucky for me that this cavalry never quite made it into contact. There we go. So, I would say two things. One, I was able to confront Fabin largely downhill here, which was helpful. Although most of our work was done with close range shooting, not hand-to-hand combat. The other thing was that he pushed his medium foot into the open where I could charge them with my cavalry. And in Sengoku Jidai, cavalry get plus 100 impact against medium infantry in the open, unless they have spears, which these only had light spears, which don't quite do it. So we were able to kind of roll through this sector and cause a lot of chaos and mask his shooting. So basically, on a macro level, we got our whole army into action, while his army came in a little bit piecemeal here, and at the end here. So I'll see what kind of match he's hosted, and we'll play again. A good game to fit in, as always. Until next time.